Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. This is an exciting one. This is a very, very, very magical lunation. It's our new moon in Pisces for 2023, and I'm really looking forward to journeying here with you because we've got a lot to discuss and I can see already what might be coming about. Now, first of all, let's talk about Pisces for a moment. They're a fellow mutable sign. So your mutable fire, Sagittarius, so your candles, that's how I like to think of it. When we think of the mutable energy, there's a malleability, there's a sort of like a shedding entry into the next season. And so I like to think of a beautiful altar of flickering candles when I think of Sagittarius. They're sort of managed the fire and made beauty of the fire. And so for Pisces, that's mutable water. So that's movable, shiftable, limitless emotion. There's a lot of psychic connection that can be found in the Pisces identity, isn't there? We can really relate great empathy to Pisces, great care, great feeling, also huge absorbency. So sometimes a bit of tripping out and sort of trying to run away from the intensity of those feelings because they sometimes can be non-stop. So for you, Pisces rules your fourth house, and this is where we find our home, our roots, our stability, and our privacy. And so I like this for you, Sagittarius, that this area of your life is so intuitive, that you really rely and regulate on an environment that feels like home. And so I really want to put this idea in your head, Sagittarius. Let's really think about it. New moons is a time to manifest. As we know, we get to ask for what we hope to see have happen in that area of our life. So we get to manifest home. We get to manifest roots, stability, privacy, safety. So have a think about it, Sagittarius. Are you happy at home? Does it feel safe? Does it feel relaxed? And do you feel welcome there? Or do you need to use some of your magic, some of your Piscean self to jettison you off into the next place that you can call home? I really want you to think about it gently and slowly, because it will come to you. If you've been thinking to yourself for some time now, this just doesn't feel right, I'm not well here, then I think that you should think about the next frontier. And this moon's the perfect time to start imagining what that might look like. The moon and the sun are at 1 degree of Pisces, okay? And so this decan, the first wedge of Pisces in the tarot, is the 8 of Cups. You see here, this is a journey. There's all of these emotional lessons, all of this beautiful collection of cups that this individual has accrued over their lifetime. And now they're journeying off to find the next one, to bring back to their collection by the light of this moon, which looks to me like a sort of eclipse too, a change, a sharp change. So I want you to hold this energy with you at this Pisces new moon, the 8 of Cups, the journey to the next frontier, the treasure hunt for the fourth house, what that might look like for you. The Pisces energy in the major secrets of the tarot is the moon card itself. I like these two together. When I think of the moon card, I think of the compulsion that we have to be informed by the moon's energy. We know that at a full moon, we can't help it. We're spiritual people. We're moved by the sight of that beautiful thing. And if we get into a nice relationship and a rhythm and remember where the next one is and the next one is, we get to make changes in our life. We get to activate different parts of ourselves. In my moon manifestations, which I will admit is not as long as you think, my ritual hasn't been as long and regular as you think, but I've been fully committed to this work for some years now, and the remarkable difference in my life, the real understanding of the different parts of myself and how I have input into my life, that I'm not a slave to circumstance, has been really remarkable. And coming from someone who did feel quite enslaved to a different kind of rhythm, who was scared, was lost, felt really imbalanced. Some of those feelings crop up from time to time, but I've got a different strategy now, and it's got a lot to do with the moon. It's got a lot to do with my Pisces essence. I'm a Pisces rising, and so I really get in on this. Have a look at your chart too. You might have some planet placements in Pisces, and if so, you can kind of sew in your relationship to Pisces as well. If you don't have any planet placements, that doesn't matter. Pisces is still in your chart, and it's still in your fourth house. Sagittarius risings all have a Piscean fourth house. So let's think about it. There's two creatures here. There's a dog and a fox. There's domestic responsibility, and there's wild instinct. And something is emerging here from the light of this moon. There's something that's allowed to be free and allowed to move around. I really feel this journey vibe for you, Sagittarius. I really do. I think that I really want you to trust your instincts. Really, when it comes to it, know that your gut feeling you can rely on. Think about it in terms of like the fourth house is also the base of the chart. So it's sort of like the anchor, the center of the chart. So you want that, you want to trust the Pisces parts of you. You want to trust your intuition on this thing. I'm going to get you some tarot. I'm looking at the other planetary alignments, and I don't think that I'm going to... We've got so much to talk about in March, really. It's full on. There's so much happening. There's so many like dominoes shifting and changing over that it's almost as if this is sort of like the still water before the charge, you know? And I like it that it's a Pisces moon. I like it that we have real control and say so over this one. We can feel the love and the warmth and the empathy from Pisces. We can feel that the moon, even though we can't see her because it's a new one, you know, it'll be black. We will have to use our instincts, so we will have to use our feelings rather than our sight. That card. Okay, Sagittarius, I've done, this is the last one. I've done 12 readings today for the horoscopes. And there's one card in particular that keeps popping out time and time again. And I'm gonna read you these cards, and then we're gonna go forward into the synchronicities. I pulled you the Ace of Wands, which is a magical offer. This is something that you can trust. This is from the hand of spirit. This is a wand. This is passion, magic, fire, potential. So I think that there's a great message here straight up that you can trust your intuition. You can trust yourself. You can trust who you decide that you trust as well. If you get a nagging, niggling feeling that this isn't right, then I want you to follow that. I don't want you to sort of stifle that with, oh, no, it's okay. It's sort of, you don't need to do that anymore, Sagittarius. You can trust yourself, especially when it comes to your root system. I think the fourth house has a lot to do with our ancestry too, and that can paint a pretty interesting picture depending on how you grew up. I know for a lot of us, when thinking about ancestral lines, there can be a lot of sorrow attached to that. There can be a lot of turbulent emotions that can be attached to the fourth house depending on how we were raised or who raised us. What I want you to know is that as far as your root system, as far as your home, your fourth house, you have autonomy over that. You are the one in control of that, and you are the one pulling the strings. You are the one making it just so, the way you like it, so you can feel welcome there. You're creating your own welcome mat with this thing, Sagittarius. I got the Ace of Cups straight after that in reverse. So this is negative. And it's being followed up by this card that's been following me around all day, the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is a manipulative energy that I feel. This is someone who is incredibly hot-headed, incredibly aggressive, and they sort of stupefy you with some sort of like complimentary glamour in some way. They're sort of like, yeah, you're incredible, whatever, but it's insincere. This is not working out in the way that is going to best honor you, and you need to really think about this, and think about this also as like, we want you, Sagittarius, to be the Queen of Wands upright. You know, we want you to be the magic maker, to be Vesta. We want you to be the keeper of the sacred flame, the one that is casting spells here, there, and everywhere for, you know, love and beauty and pleasure. This is what the Queen of Wands is all about. In reverse, it's insecurity and manipulation. So I don't want this for you. I don't want you to feel stifled, that you can't be your full self because in some way your home environment is quashing your spark, your shine. I also don't want you hanging around with anyone who's going to manipulate you and sort of domineer over you. This is I bring this up because this Ace of Cups is in reverse, you know, this emotional offer, and it's sort of like, no, don't take it. Don't smack that cup out of the hand. You don't want that. You can't hang around this kind of energy. It's stifling you. This person, you know, love and light, whatever, but they're high on their own supply is what I really feel, and they don't really think about you very much, and they don't think about your well-being. They want a lot from you. I can see that for sure. They really want a lot from you, but they do not want to help out. They do not want you to feel emotionally fulfilled. They don't want a sense of freedom for you and a sense of health. So this is what we need to sort of move away from. I really want you to focus in on this Ace of Wands, because you're a Sagittarius, you know magic like the back of your hand. And so this is a magical moon. This Pisces new moon is really specific to magic. So I want you to cast your net wide. I want you to think in clear terms about what you see, your fourth house, the structure of it. What is the color? What does the fence look like? What plants do you have growing in the front yard? How big is the backyard if you have a backyard? How many pets do you have at this place? Where are you? What does the air smell like? What does the sun feel like on your skin in that part of town? What are the noises that you can hear in the neighborhood? What animals are around, or what, if it's urban, you know, what beautiful vibrancy, what arts precinct are you near? What public school, what kids can you hear chattering away? Whatever home makes sense to you, Sagittarius, is the one that I want you to find. And I don't want you to be swayed this way or that way or the other way. You know where you belong. You know where you will be welcome. And whatever this character's got going for them, you know it's not sitting in your gut. You know that this isn't the right idea. You don't believe it. So don't take the cup. Smack it out of their hand. Be like, no, thank you. I'm not thirsty. Because I've got my own ideas. This is my stability, my root system, my home, my choice. I don't need this manipulation in my vibe anymore. I'm not condemning this person. I'm sure that they've got some great qualities too. But as it stands, they're not really thinking about you. They're thinking about their needs first and not your needs at all. I want the air around you to feel clear and crystal, even if it's in a city, even if it's smog, you know, but you know what I mean? It's sort of like, you know that feeling when you sort of step off the bus wherever and you're like, relaxed. This is where I belong. I want that for you, Sagittarius. So wish for it at this Pisces new moon. You can make it happen. I believe you. All right, well, that's your reading, my dears. Got through them all. Wow. I'm really looking forward to this moon. I'm a Pisces rising, as I said before, and I just think that it's going to be super cool. And we're going to be really shocked by what we see manifest in our lives. I love you very much, Sagittarius. Head to umaruby.com, book yourself a reading with me if you need some one-on-one time together. And you can head to buymeacoffee.com/umaruby if you feel like you'd like to give me some tip money. You can sign up to my newsletter at umaruby.com as well. I'll be speaking to you in 2 weeks for the full moon in Virgo. So until then, I believe you. You've got what it takes. You know what to do. So make it happen. Use your wand. Bye.